Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Drawing Down the Stars. I'm Snappy. Thank you for joining me for our live tarot session on today, August 2024, the 28th. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Thank you all for joining me. All right, let's start by giving a shout out to everyone here in the chat. Good to see you, Nikosmas. Good evening, Gandhi. Good to see you, Exit 101, Geronimo. Much love. Taz, good to see you. Christy, good to see you. Mother Rhea, all the love. Isaac, good to see you. Valerie, much love, Valerie. MeWeb, good to see you, MeWeb. All right. Wow. Good turnout. Beautiful day. So let's start by talking a bit about our astrology here. And we do have a bit of a change. We have the moon moving and now settling into Cancer. And so this is that loving family energy, that protective energy, that energy of wanting to be mother and mothered. You know, it's that homebody energy, cozy energy, that flowing in love energy, thinking of the home and being with your loved ones energy. And it's beautiful, right? And we combine this with that sun in Virgo, right? Which is this analytical harvest energy, the great organizer, the one who can go to the depths and can do the work necessary to overcome, right? Beautiful. Combine these energies and you can really protect and prepare your family for this coming winter. You know, you can really be in that attentive mode where you can both listen and help. And it's a beautiful day for that, to be at home, to organize, and to be in that mother mode, you know? And when I was thinking about the energy today, and I was meditating on the cards, I immediately thought of the Sun card. And I just also kept thinking of just being at peace and finding our place, you know? Finding one's flow and being in sync with the universe and what that truly means, and learning to embrace that and to be happy and to accept happiness. You know, it's profound energy, right? To recognize that you found something and that you're in that flow. And that's the energy I was thinking of for today's reading. It's beautiful energy. And I wanted to read for you guys a really profound poem I found. It's called The House of Belonging by David White. I awoke this morning in the cold light, turning this way and that, thinking for a moment it was one day like any other. But the veil had gone from my darkened heart, and I thought it must have been the quiet candlelight that filled my room. It must have been the first easy rhythm with which I breathed myself to sleep. It must have been the prayer I said, speaking to the otherness of the night. And I thought, this is the good day you could meet your love. This is the gray day someone close to you could die. This is the day you realize how easily the thread is broken between this world and the next. And I found myself sitting up in the quiet pathway of light, the tawny close-grained cedar, burning round me like fire, and all the angels of this Housley heaven ascending through the first roof of light the sun has made. This is the bright home in which I live. This is where I ask my friends to come. This is where I want to love all the things it has taken me so long to learn to love. This is the temple of my adultness, aloneness. And I belong to that aloneness as I belong to my life. There is no house like the house of belonging. Find your tribe, find your people, find your way. And when you found it, hold on and move with them and sway. Beautiful. All right. Let's start today's reading with our Ganapati Ganesha Oracle. Ganapati Ganesha is that Lord of beginnings, the divine child, guardian of the thresholds, and master of the Ganas. Inspire us this evening, send us a message, and help our voice get heard by those who need to hear it. All right. In today's message, determination. Determination. having the strength of will to proceed, conjuring that fiery energy of the self and of that passion, lighting your flame and doing what you need to do to get where you wish, right? Projecting, doing, acting, transforming, embodying that powerful determination, you know? Incredible energy. I immediately think of the Emperor card, right? Reflected in the tarot. Beautiful. Wow. Be in that determined energy. Do the work necessary. Beautiful. We're now going to begin our sortes. We're going to start today with Dante, the Divine Comedy. All right, for those of you unaware, the sortes is a form of bibliomancy, that is divination through literature. It comes to us through the Greco-Roman tradition, and we invoke the goddesses of inspiration, the muses, and we ask them to inspire us, to guide our hand, and to send us a message through the text. So muses, what is the message from Dante? Inspire us this evening. When the emperor who always reigns provided for this army, then in danger through grace alone, not because of its worth. When the emperor who always reigns provided for this army, then in danger through grace alone, not because of its worth. Wow. And has been said helped his spouse with 2 champions at whose acts and words the disbanding soldiers rallied. One more time. When the emperor who always reigns provided for this army, then in danger, through grace alone, not because of its worth, and, as had been said, helped his spouse with 2 champions, at whose acts and words the disbanding soldiers rallied. Incredible energy here. You know, that determination we just saw with Ganapati continues here with the emperor, right? It's that same energy, that Aries forceful energy, the protector energy, the one who takes care of those around him who rely upon him, the army, and his spouse, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. But they're not alone. They have 2 champions with them. Children, perhaps? Interesting. Interesting imagery, much to think on. Beautiful. All right, let's continue. We're now going to go to The Three Musketeers by, by Dumas. All right. Muses, guide my hand. Whoa, getting all twisted. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Dumas? Inspire us this evening. What are you doing? Cried Kitty. D'Artagnan, who had secured the key, shut himself up in the closet without reply. Wow. D'Artagnan, who had secured the key, shut himself up in the closet without reply. I think the message is clear. Even though we have the answer, even though we may know what needs to be done, there's still self-reflection that has to be done. We have to go into the self and think upon this before that gate can be opened, before that key can be used. Like D'Artagnan, maybe you need to shut yourself into the closet, to be like that hermit, and to look deep within and to reflect upon your emotions and your deep sense of self. Wow. Wild, beautiful. Let's continue. I'm now going to go to Ore by Gabriel Macari. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Ore? Inspire us this evening. The pilgrim's entire face and head was painted in a vertical gradient from black to red. Black from the lower part of the jawbone to the red atop the skull. Wow. The pilgrim's entire face and head was painted in vertical gradient from black to red. Black from the lower part of the jawbone to red atop the skull. The black and the reds, this immediately makes me think of the red goddess, Lady Babylon, deep stuff. And wearing of the makeup, right? That's invoking that goddess. That's powerful magic. Also makes me think of war paint, right? We've been seeing this energy of going to war, of having to become that strong ruler who's prepared for battle to protect, right? And now we're seeing the dawning of war paint. Interesting. Okay. We're now going to go to The Voodoo Quantum Leap by Dr. Reginald Crosley. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Crosley? Inspire us this evening. The power of subjectivity to mold the objective reality is enunciated as a law of the spiritual world by the founder of Christianity. Jesus of Nazareth repeatedly emphasized the creative power of faith. Let it be done to you according to your faith. As you have believed, so let it be done for you. Your faith has made you well. Wow. I had plenty of issue with Christianity, to each their own. It's none of my business. But this is powerful magic that anyone can use of their own, right? The power of creative faith, the power of belief, right? When you truly believe in something and you allow yourself to express that in joy and determination and in an expressive will, it can truly transform the world around you, right? This is a law of reality. People will respond to it. People will notice it. Everything will change, It's truly a magical act. And it doesn't matter where it comes from. It's interesting, right? If you believe it, it will come. Beautiful. All right. The Psychic Bible by Genesis Peorage and the Temple of Psychic Youth. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from the Temple of Psychic Youth? Inspire us this evening. Accept nothing, assume nothing, always look further, be open-eyed as well as open-minded, and don't kid yourself. Accept nothing, assume nothing, always look further, be open-eyed as well as open-minded, and don't kid yourself. Could the middle way be more clearly enunciated? Right? Hold firm to nothing and move and adapt with change, right? Accept nothing, assume nothing. Always look further. Imagine yourself into a new reality. Imagine the future. Do not look towards the past. Be open-eyed as well as open-minded and don't kid yourself. Be open to new perceptions of reality, right? Be open to new understandings. Don't lie to yourself or hold yourself back because of hubris or ego or what have you. We can look to the past for inspiration, for connection, but we must project into the future. We must move into the future. Accept nothing, assume nothing, always look further, be open-eyed as well as open-minded, and don't kid yourself. Know thyself is what is written on the walls of Eleusis. All right. One last sortes, and then we will drop. Excuse me. Sorry. These allergies are making me like, One final sortes, and then we will jump to our tarot proper. Okay. Muses, guide my hand. What is the message from Ludwig Klages and of Cosmogonic Eros? Inspire me this evening. In passing, we remember that not just the Greeks and the Romans used the word shadow, umbra, or Latin tumulum. And as we already know, also eidolon to be synonymous with soul, but also innumerable wild people still do so today, such as the now extinct Tasmanians and the Algonquin peoples, the Quiche, the Arawak, the Abipones, the Zulus, the Basutos, Greenlanders, etc., etc., etc. The manifold magic of the mirror, the conjuring and prophesying arts using reflective surfaces of the waters, is the global use of black magic worked with objects conceived in the likeness of their focus, the doctrine of signatures, astrology. All of this is only comprehensible through the ancient equivalency of the essence of soul and image. Wow. This is so beautiful. I'm going to read it again because this is something we need to recognize. You know, there are still many living traditions. You know, as much as I love the Greek because of the literature, there are still living peoples who are actively engaged in these similar ideas to this day that you have equally as much to teach. And there's a lot of ways to think about this stuff, you know, and we are in a living tradition, okay? In passing, we remember that not just the Greeks and the Romans used the word shadow, okay? And as we already know, also eidolon to be synonymous with soul, but also innumerable wild people still do so today, such as the Tasmanians and the Algonquin Indians, the Quiche, the Iroquois, the Abipone, the Zulu, the Basutos, the Greenlanders, etc., etc., etc. The manifold magic of the mirror and the conjuring and prophesying arts, using reflective surfaces, the global use of black magic worked with objects conceived in the likeness of its focus, the doctrine of signatures, astrology. All of this is only comprehensible through the ancient equivalency of the essence of soul and image. What he's reminding you is that all these peoples, all these ancients, all have the living soul and imagistic doctrines, right? And this is the key to these paganisms, right? It's that incredible animism that everything is alive. Beautiful. Okay. We are now going to go to our tarot proper. And we're going to use our Thoth Tarot by Lady Frida Harris and Aleister Crowley. And we're going to invoke Saturn Kronos and ask them to dissect our life, to cut it up and to put it on the plate, and to show us our connections and how we can evolve. How do we manifest our true will? How do we best move and flow? What is the message? And as always, the center card is the most important. And today we begin the Six of Cups, pleasure. Being in that loving, communicative flow. Wow. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy, right? The 6 is the most balanced number in the Pythagorean number system, the absolute middle, right? When we look at these cups, they're completely giving and receiving in equal parts, sharing and upholding each other in perfect symmetry, right? This is beautiful, profound, creative, loving, comforting energy. Let's continue. Wow. And it comes to us through the pursuit of this work, right? We recognize that in order to gain this balance in our emotional cups, right? In our community, in our connection, in our relationships, we have to do the hard work in the physical world to manifest this, right? And it requires that building. And it requires a transformation and a letting go, a recognition of a change, right? An active change. We've been seeing this energy appear, right? We had the Tower and now we're having the Death card, right? It's about letting go of this past and about reorientating ourselves into the future, about doing the work necessary to create that beautiful, loving balance in our life, in our present, right? And it's easily within our reach. We just need to go through these cycles, right? And recognize, this death is inevitable. It's inevitable. It is happening. It's happened, right? And the question is, are you doing the work necessary to overcome and to manifest your best foot forward, to create the pleasure that you deserve, right? Let's continue. Taking that leap of faith, trusting in the universe, and just going for it, throwing yourself fully into something, embracing that love, right? The fool is the one who, out of love, tears himself apart and becomes the unfolding of creation, right? They're that Phanes, that Dionysus, right? That Zagreus who chases the spinning top. Beautiful, beautiful energy. But it's that energy of throwing yourself into creation, into pursuit, without thought, without focus, with just that passionate, loving energy. See where the energy is fixated upon this card. It comes from the genitals, right? This is that bigendered force that is pursuing that eros. Okay, let's continue. The high priestess energy, right? This is beautiful energy, the first feminine energy that arises in the tarot. It's that incredible mother that gives birth to the unfolding of the rest of creation, who weaves creation itself, the power behind the throne, that lunar essence, right? That feminine that works and manifests among her kin, who ensures her kin continue in promulgation and generation and in refinement, who does that incredible, long and hard disciplined work, right? Connecting to that fool, while we do need that creative energy of chasing after love, we need to do that disciplined hard work that is necessary to weave the tapestry, right? We need to be that intuitive energy that can listen and be in flow and adapt. Ever expanding. We need to be that goddess who projects her image into the future, who has a plan that is trillions and trillions of years in the making, infinite cycles, right? And we need to be at peace with this, mentally at peace, accepting our fate, accepting the plan, being at peace and learning to take that leap, no longer creating conflict, no longer overthinking, right? Just accepting what is and being happy. That's so much the energy that I was seeing too. We have found our place in the world where we really belong, found loving connection, found community, right? Be at peace with it and learn to accept it, to embrace it and continue, right? To accept this pleasure, to be at peace with the joy and the love that is present. Beautiful. Wow. And to be at peace with that unfolding plan, that has been the product of your actions as well, right? Let's continue. Seven of Swords energy, futility energy. This is that energy that has been haunting this readings for weeks now. It's that energy, right, of overthinking, of moving beyond reason and into the realms of doubt, right? Overthinking to the point of slowing one's actions, slowing one's movement, of doubting one's movement. We were talking about the power of belief and of love, and this is doubting in that power, or it is causing that power to be held back. It's that anxiety, right? But look, what do we see next to that futility energy? We have the manifestation of the sun. Beautiful, incredible energy, a homecoming, this love, a connection, the establishment of joy in the world, right? That wealth realized, the completion of the cycle, the completion of the first part of the cycle, I should say, the absolute middle, right? Helios, the most beautiful card in the deck. But we still think that this is futile. Why? And then there's that divine child to come, that princess, that birth, that inspiring, loving energy in that cup, right? That daughter that must be nurtured and cared for, right? Who can grow into that empress or that emperor or anything. Supreme power and beauty. That child, that creative creation that comes out of this pleasure. Wow. Intense energy, wild energy, beautiful energy. Let's see. I'm now going to flip and we're going to take a look at the full Saturn square. But before I do, please give me a like and a subscribe. It really does make a big difference. And if you're at all interested in a private reading, please reach out to me, snappydtts@gmail.com, or you can find me on the Myth and Lore Discord. I'm Snappy, Lady Snappy. You can always just come hang out too. We love having people around and we'd love to meet you. All right, let's take a look. Here we go. Here is our full square. Okay. So we're going to start here. Wow. The key to all this energy is to trust in your intuition, to embrace that feminine of the long-term building, those long-term plans, and to do the work necessary to manifest the sun. The sun is on its way. The sun is coming. This is a long-term project that has been unfolding, in the background. This is almost faded energy, but there's still work that needs to be done before it can fully manifest. And we need to realize what this work is and do the work necessary. But the sun is here. Beautiful. Trust your intuition. Trust in the plan and do the work to continue to finish that great tapestry, to manifest that sun, right? Beautiful. This pleasure, right? The key to this pleasure, it's embodying this full energy, trusting in that erotic energy of passion and love, of pursuing creation, and overcoming the futility. Stop overthinking. We have the sun in Virgo, and that Virgo energy of the hermit is so prone to this type of energy. When that Virgo energy is aligned, when it is in balance, like with the sun, it can prepare for anything, manifest anything. It can achieve that apotheosis through her own purity, ascend to the stars. But when she is not balanced, she's the worst overthinker imaginable. She prevents herself from doing anything, right? We have to be careful of this energy. We have to recognize the pleasure, the balance, and we need to throw ourselves after this, to achieve this, to be in this, right? It is here, it is happening, and it is ours to take if we only have the strength to leap forward for it. Yeah. And what we're seeing here is that there's a transformation. What this death is about is the ending of a cycle and the beginning of responsibility. The ending in transformation. And we need to be at peace with this transformation. When you take the responsibility of the princess upon oneself, right? Or when you go into that creation of the princess, you are now responsible. You now have karmic bonds of love, right? Love bonds that are eternal across generations and generations that can't be broken. You know, this is powerful, profound energy that can be the most beautiful, right? It's the child that creates the sun, but it is in commitment and a responsibility of unimaginable proportions. Unimaginable proportions. To be the mother or to be the father is a challenge of lifetimes, not simply of a lifetime, right? But this is where the cycle is flown, right? Accept the transformation, the ending of this cycle, and the acceptance of this new child, right? And be at peace with this. This transformation is meant to happen. This is fated energy, and we all need to upgrade and take responsibility. And that's the energy, right? Beautiful. Wow. Okay, let's do our crosses. We're going to look here. The sun and the six of pleasure is here. Love in extreme abundance. Joy realized upon the earth. Accept you won the jackpot. Accept that you found what you're looking for and be at peace with it. You found your community. You found your home. Love, enjoy it. Wow. Incredible. This connection to this child, this coming and finding of this pleasure realized, right? And this taking of this responsibility. This is a long-term plan. This is a long-term coming, and this is that feminine mother energy realized, right? This is a part of that path. This is a part of that responsibility. This is a part of that unfolding plan for you. You know, you're meant to be that teacher, that raiser, that energy that helps nurture this princess. And it's going to bring profound joy and reward. Profound joy and reward. But you have to be in that disciplined energy. You have to be thinking about this long term, right? This is a commitment across many cycles of generations of lifetimes, you know? But it's beautiful, profound even. Wow. There's so much love and positivity here. So much love and positivity here, right? The key is to accept the ending of one cycle and to leap into the new, right? To embody this energy of the priestess, right? To be that divine feminine teacher, that divine feminine weaver, right? The one who can do the work and who can teach, who can move and flow in loving connection, who can manifest the sun and who can give birth to the divine child, that princess of cups, right? And the key to all of this is learning to take that leap, to overcome this overthinking, to be at peace with this fate, and to do the work necessary to manifest the sun. Beautiful, right? So much profound beauty is here, right? Wow, incredible energy. It certainly resonated with me. I hope it resonated with all of you. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to do one final sortes, and we're going to go back to Dumas, the Three Musketeers. All right. Muses, what is the final message for our audience tonight? Inspire us this evening. The times at Athos, first breaking the silence. D'Artagnan has given us an excellent program, and the letter must be written at once. This time, said Athos, first breaking the silence. D'Artagnan has given us an excellent program, and the letter must be written at once. Wow. Follow the weave, follow the plan of that great priestess. You've been given an excellent program. Write your letter, do the work that is necessary, right? At once. Move and flow and accept your fate. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Peace and love. And I hope I see you again tomorrow for another live tarot and sortie session. Thanks again for joining me. Take care.